Good afternoon, Leo. Sorry, I've had to stop and record twice because my dog's been running out. But yeah, hope you're all well. And this will be a reading for this month from today's date up until the end of April. So also what I will be doing as well is reading the moon. So we're in the moon in Leo today. So I'll be reading from my diary about how that can affect your mood. So I hope you're all well, Leos. And yes, we'll make a start. So we're just going to focus on the current situation. I've just burnt the sage as well. I've got a candle and we'll be using symbols as well. So yeah, we'll make a start. And what I'll do is ask the guide spirits if we can have a card for the current situation at present and see what card comes up. Okay, so we have the Magician. Brilliant. Okay, so Magician, so that's about new beginnings. And what I'm picking up, it's basically, as you can see in the picture, he can turn tricks. So he's basically about growth, the ability to achieve your goals. It's about a fresh start and overcoming obstacles. So we're just going to get a card now and ask the Spirit's guides to give us a card that will be crossing or complementing you at the present time. Let's see. Okay, it's beautiful and sunny today. Right, okay. Oh, yeah, we have the 4. Okay, so the 4. So the 4 of Wands. So this, yeah, I'm just picking up, this is about connections, and also, so we have here, it's, yeah, I'm just picking up, so the 4. So the 4 is basically about stability. So how you're feeling at the moment with your stability as well, peace, harmony. I'm just picking up that you're at the moment feeling a bit kind of, with all the retrogrades as well, which doesn't help, obviously. Mercury has gone out today, and then we've got Venus, and it just has a massive impact on how people are feeling, depending obviously where the the moons are in your astro chart as well. That has an effect. But yes, so obviously all in all, yeah, we've had loads of retrogrades obviously for a long time now. But yeah, so I'm just picking up, it's about stability and kind of manifesting and making that change, and you're able to make that change as well. But I just feel like this is kind of what's crossing you, how you're feeling, your stability at the moment, just kind of a bit all up in the air. And then, okay, so the current situation, and if I actually, what we could do, if we'll ask the guides, spirits, for a wisdom card, which will help or clarify what the 4 of the Wands means. Oh, we've got 3, so we only need 1 card. Here we go. Right, oh, we've got 2, but that's fine. Okay, so we have these 2 cards here. The Dreamer and the Wise Counselor. So the Dreamer, yes, a new start. So it's about a new start, trust in yourself, push your fears aside and take a leap of faith. And that's exactly kind of what I would say, not exactly, but around about. And then it says here, the ability. So it's kind of like, ask the divine for help, trust the answers, and that they will come, that will come to you. So yeah, with new ideas to see which is best for you. So with those 2 cards, it's, I'm just picking up, as I did with these 2 cards, it's kind of saying to me that, it's kind of about a fresh start, and you're thinking about a fresh start, but it's kind of where you're going to and fro and thinking, well, actually I've got stability here, but should I make that move? Yeah, well, actually Leos are very, okay, so Judgment, out with the old, in with the new, about making a fresh start. I just feel like it's time for that change. Also Judgment, I don't feel like this card is about judgment. It's just about a new direction in your life. And that's just what I'm picking up, obviously, from all of these cards, because they're all very connected as well. So just about a new direction in your life. And yeah, okay. And then if we go, what's affecting this situation at the moment on how you're feeling? So 4 cards just flipped out all at the same time. Oh, we've got one here. So yeah, so this person's at a crossroads, still indecisive, can't decide what, what they want to do or what she wants to do. But also she's blindfolded, and she's got her, as you can see, her arms across her heart, and she's got the water behind. But if she looks back, she can see the islands there, just literally behind. So it's kind of like, well, should I go in this direction? Should I go in that direction? Yeah, it's like kind of uncrossing your arms and taking that leap of faith and going to the direction that you feel is the best, because it's it's a 2 as well. So obviously a 2 is about directions as well. And sorry, I'm just going to grab this a second. So decision, and about change as well. So yeah, I'm just well, 5 is obviously about change. Sorry, I've just got that completely wrong. But 2 is about decisions. This is about making your mind up and making that decision whether you need to, take that road or this road, or what's going to be the best road to go down. And it's hard because with life, it's kind of like, oh, have I made the right decision? Well, yeah, you need to kind of focus and think, right, actually, and really analyze everything. Not analyze, I wouldn't say, that's not a very good word, but just weigh everything up, so then you're balanced, and then you can kind of like make that right decision. Right, so what's affecting this situation at the moment? Leos. My son's a Leo. Right, okay, and Leos are very strong people, so, and my son has a leading job, he's done really well, but they're also, it's obviously the card, it's the strength card, so it's all about strength. They have the strength, and sometimes I feel like Leos, they don't feel like they have the strength, but they're very, when you see, I'm just kind of thinking of all the Leos that I've met through my life, and they just come across very strong and very, they're a leader, they're one of those, they're the person in the room that is the center of attention, but actually with Leos, they don't always feel that way. It's kind of like, even though you don't notice that, I've never picked that up. I'm only saying this because I have a son who's a Leo, so I just know, because that's what he says to me. But it's kind of like with the strength card, it's getting the strength within yourself. And even though you might think, oh, if people can see that I'm worried about this, or I'm not doing the correct thing, at work, I'm taking the lead role, or whatever situation it is, actually no one even notices. So it's just all in your head, and that's what obviously the Swords is about, thinking. So so we have 4 cards here. So what's actually affecting the current situation at present? Well, okay, the Death, so about making that change, transformation, total, as you can see, he's on the horse. Only the child is happy. Everyone else, it's the Death, all the adults are like, oh, it's like, I don't want this to happen. But the child, it's like the inner child is like, doesn't care, is very happy. And it's about, extension, about change, rebirth. And then we have here, so these are like 3 brilliant cards together. We have the Queen of Swords, about choices, but also you can see clearly, but you have the Devil, where you're actually stuck. So it's about, seeing clearly and thinking clearly, and, getting rid of all that negative clutter in your head to move on to your next step in life. And obviously this is a monthly reading, but within a month, everything can change, as you know. And I'm just going to pick a card. So this is going to be a wisdom card here, to add to the cards, which is obviously for the current situation, what's affecting the current situation. We've got 4 cards, so we just need 1 card, please, Spirit, to go with the Devil, the Queen of Swords, and the Death card. Okay, so we have a really lovely card here. So regarding relationships, so it's all to do with, I feel like, relationships as well, about moving on, not necessarily moving on from a relationship, but you're kind of feeling stuck. So your partner could be moving somewhere, and you might have to stay where you are, or you might live apart, or it could be, there's lots of different meanings, but it's just like whatever meaning is, whatever's happening in your life can, I feel like this is just an all in all, not just a love relationship, but it's about events, and you have that psychic ability as well. So new emotional experiences. Also, you're experiencing a lot of new emotions within your, so yeah, I'm just picking up it's quite a new relationship maybe, or even if it's not a new relationship, you've been together but it's kind of coming on really well and it's all very new, and you know, you're falling in love and you're thinking, oh yeah, it's like, it's very daunting, but you're happy, but it's also where you're feeling stuck within yourself, because that's what love can do basically. No. And our minds can play tricks with us. Okay, so current situation, what's affecting the current situation? So, and then I'm going to go to the next level, which will be the outcome. So and you know, what's the best kind of solution to these two scenarios? Okay, so see what the guides are going to say here. So, oh, okay, I kind of had that card in my mind as well. So the moon again. So the moon is about kind of like overthinking, but also the moon, as you can see, you have the lobster there. So the lobster is about, he's hard shelled and he can actually move to the next step. He hasn't got far to go to the mountains, and the moon comes and goes. So it's kind of like taking the next step and getting those obstacles and getting the wheel rolling. Okay, rolling, getting the wheel turning even. So then you can carry on and go to the next step in your life. And you know, it could be like, obviously it's just an April reading, and as I said, a lot can happen in April, and you know, your life can completely change, but it's just that little step to create the massive changes. As we know, like we make these little steps all through within a year. There's like, oh, I've done this, I've done that, and then suddenly you look at it, oh, I've got all of this, and actually that's just from all these little tiny little steps and decisions that you make. And yeah, okay, we will make wrong decisions, but then we can just work on it, and that's just part of life, and that's just how it is. And then we get to where we want to be in the end, but it's kind of just growth, isn't it? So okay, and any more cards for April for Leo, please, and then we'll go to the symbols as well. I'm just picking up it. Where is it? Very much about love, and if we can have any more cards to analyze, or not, I say analyze, that's my word today, not analyze, but to work out even, or just get a bit of a better understanding for this reading. My camera's just gone. Okay, we've got the Chariot. So the Chariot is kind of stuck. She just needs to take the reins and also put boundaries up. I'm feeling like there's people around as well. They're kind of like pushing your buttons a little bit. This is what I picked. Yeah, so we have here, so the 7. The 7 is about looking up and seeing what you've achieved in your life. You know, so you've actually achieved, is it worth the last squeeze? Yes. And it's all about, you know, to work and reflect on your achievements and to take the reins. So this is obviously combined with love and your career as well. And yeah, it kind of feels like it's a very slow process. You have like the Knight of Pentacles, and this knight is the slowest in the pack. In the pack. So, but actually, he's made quite a lot of progress, which is great. It's really, really good. And yeah, I feel as well like sometimes when I see this card, it's kind of saying to me like to take the next step, to move forward, because he's kind of like there and just, you know, he's made progress, but he needs to make a little bit more. Okay, and we're just going to ask the guide spirits for another card to analyze. I said analyze again, to work out this. I don't know why I'm saying analyze today. It's Monday. Right, okay, so here we are. We have the enjoying the fruits of your labour. So yeah, so basically this card, yeah, we've got the Chariot again. So how bizarre. So rewards that comes from, you're going to get a lot of rewards as well from your hard work. You're working really, really hard, and you know, no matter, obviously I'm reading for a lot of people, but it could be obviously someone who's running their own business, or you could be working for someone, but whatever, you know, whatever situation, it's balancing and making priorities as well. But you know, willpower, but you are going to get a lot of rewards. I say rewards, but for example, your boss, or you know, if you're self-employed, people are going to start recognizing how good you are at what you're doing, or what you do even. So yeah, I just feel like it's going to be a really, really good month. And even if it's just like you see a little bit of what I've just said that comes into light, I feel like that will go further into May as well. So, but like you need to just take the reins a little bit more. So, and enjoying the fruits of your labour, hard work that has led to a really nice, you're just at a really good stage in your life as well. And yeah, you're also enjoying your own company as well, solitude as well. So that's just, yeah, it's like you've worked really, really hard, but it's kind of just getting that balance. That's just what I'm picking up. Right, okay, and I'd like some more cards as well here. So if we could have, please, spirits, guides. That's right, sorry, just dropping all the cards everywhere. That was a Monday. Right, okay. I shouldn't say that because okay, so yeah, so we have the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of, so these two cards together, excuse me, a little bit of hay fever again. So we have like the Ten of Cups, about these families coming together because they're actually, so it's not necessarily about family, well, family, friends, you know, people around you, close people, about, because you have also the Ace of Swords. So that's saying to me about getting over the obstacles of you're not spending enough time with those people that you need to. So it's kind of like balancing. I know it's difficult if you're working a 9 to 5 and you work 6 days a week. You're going to have to say to your boss, well, actually, I work a lot of hours and I would like a bit more time off, please. You want me to work for you and be the head, say, chef, or the head this, or even just not necessarily the head, but you know what I mean. If it's, yeah, I worked my way up the ladder, or even if you whatever, if you just work, I mean, that's just in itself, you know, you're working, you're that's great, you know. Everyone has their own different, you know, kind of career that they've achieved. It doesn't matter, you're still working and you're still going out there and working and getting up in the morning. And it's kind of like, well, even if you're self-employed, making that time for yourself, or asking that employer, you know, actually, I work for you and you're just making me work all these hours and I would like some time, and putting that into action with the Chariot, because otherwise you just, as you know, they take advantage. And it's not just about taking advantage as well. It's like if you're self-employed, you think, oh, I have to work these hours, I have to do that, and then the day's gone and it's like, oh, where's the day gone? I've just missed the sunshine, I've missed the full day, life's gone, you know, 45 now, life's just gone, you know, but I've worked my way up the ladder. But it's like, I think sometimes, why, yeah, wasted certain days, and now you know, it's kind of like balancing your life to get to that position. Okay, so we have another one here. Perfect. So it says here, so fear surrounding money. You've got a lot of fear surrounding money, but it's fine, it's okay, because actually we've got the card stand up for yourself. Like I just said, stand up for yourself, have confidence and challenge those in power. That's a very good card for, obviously. And it also says here, well, reach out for other, so kind of like, yeah, so it's reaching out. So we have the white horse, and we have another, I've only just noticed this, sorry, because obviously I was talking about the other cards, but the white horse, that means support. So you need to also reach out to people for support, because people might be reaching out to you for support, but no, you need to, you know, reach out to them. And it doesn't mean like necessarily, oh, you know, I'm going to ask my mum for a lift somewhere or something like that, you know, or my uncle, whoever it is. It's, I mean, like, yeah, supporting, like major support in what to get to the next step. Or yeah, okay, it could be a little bit of support you need, but those, you know, just, I pick it up, it's like the support just to get to the next step. So, and that's, you know, about this card, it's kind of like what I'm picking up. It's kind of saying to me that you just need to reach out and get the support. So, and you have, like, there's a lovely, I was just picking up a love, you know, if you're single, then you I feel like you're going to meet someone, and it's going to be a very, very good relationship, a good match. But it's also, it's saying to me, I'm picking up that that you've met someone, and this is what I'm picking up, that you've actually met someone, and it could be like someone that you've been with, like I said, for years, or someone you've just met, but actually it's like you're feeling stuck in your the emotions are kind of like everywhere at the moment. And we have the Seven of Swords. Now that's about trying, I'm just picking up the Seven of Swords. Everyone thinks, oh God, it's about deceit. There's no deceit here. I'm just feeling like you're taking life too serious in your head. You're just worrying, and it's kind of like there's polka dots normally, not on this card because these are newer ones, but the polka dots in the traditional tarot means about taking life too seriously. And I'm just picking up that you're taking life too seriously within everything. You're feeling like you're having to do this, you're having to do that, you know, with work, and you're not spending that quality time with the, you know, with your partner, with your family. And you just need to make sure that you're not overworking and making yourself, yeah. So the Knight of Wands, taking the action, you know, it's kind of like, well, the energy, I'm just feeling that you've got a bit of lack of energy at the moment as well in regards to work, and you just need to kind of spend that quality time out in the sunshine, enjoying time with those special people around you as well, as we had the Ten of Cups. You know, and the Knight of Wands, he's like, oh yes, and better care. So the King of, so yeah, so that's just what I've picked up. So the King of Cups is about better care in your health as well, which is really, really important. So, because obviously work, or I don't know, it just generally life can get too much sometimes, even when you're at home with the children and they're screaming. Yeah, just making a joke, but yeah, obviously telling a joke, but yeah, it's just whatever situation, it's kind of like just taking that time out for yourself and kind of getting out of your comfort zone as well. So we have like the Nine of Swords. He's not actually, it's in your head, and you have the Three. So the Three is about basically, you know, it's about partnership as well, like coming together and building what you need with those people. So I'll just have a few more cards for April for Leo, and we will go to the next part, which is the symbols. I'm gonna have to get a drink in a minute. Yeah, self-care again. There's a lot about self-care here, so just go careful, you know, with your health at the moment, you know, because your mental health, I mean, everyone overthinks, we'll say everyone, but people, well, everyone thinks about different things and worries, and that's just nature more. So some people worry more than others, you know, and yeah, it's kind of saying to me like to put in that self-care and that fit. Yeah, so I'm just picking up as well, it's about love and harmony, and she's got the polka dots as well, so it's kind of saying to me not to take life too seriously, because I just feel like that you're just kind of pressurizing yourself as well. Okay, and then we have the Free, which is great, so that's a great card for the end. So it's kind of saying to me, you know, there's a lot of joyful occasions, you're celebrating, you are spending some time with your family, your partner, your friends, but just not, you need to be not lacking that, and just make sure that you're enjoying yourself, because, you know, it's because Free is about, it's about completion. So where to put your energy, you know, your energy to, and your communication, and also it's about celebration as well with this card. So I'm just feeling like, yeah, we'll just see if we can get another card, because I've come up with communication. Why have I said that word? There must be a reason. Communication. Okay, so we have the 5 as well. So, yeah, releasing, and we have the 5, which is about change. So also with this card, it's saying to me, it's kind of like that's him, you know, that he's this 5 times, that's the same person, you know. It's kind of like choosing your battles wisely, and looking at things from a different angle, and just releasing all of those battles in your head. I'm just feeling it's in your head, it's not with anyone in particular, right? We're just going to, I mean, it could be at work, maybe I'm picking up, maybe at work there could be, you know, in one of those jobs where it's a bit challenging, and you will just get that generally, even if you're just working in a shop, someone could be rude to you, but it's kind of like just choosing your battles wisely. That's just what I'm picking up. Thank you, Spirit. So I'm just going to, because I'm picking up that you've got the Emperor here. So logic, and also organization. So organizing everything, you know, so that it's easier for yourself, and also accept a leadership role. So I'm just feeling like a lot of you are going to be offered a leadership role here as well. And there's structure and discipline in case. So just feeling like, yeah, you need to put that structure in place. And I mean, structure is like kind of like setting things up to be so much easier for yourself, you know, having that to-do list. And you've got the Emperor, so you actually, there's like a couple that you actually with someone, so it's the Emperor and the Empress here, like a good couple actually, and you're celebrating and you're enjoying, and you know, this is like a very emotional time, and it's like, yeah, it's like very balanced as well, but also not necessarily balanced because you have the Devil card, which is like you're stuck in your head, but you can see clearly. It's time to take action. So abundance we have here, logic, take charge of the situation. Yeah, so you need to come together more with your partner, I'm picking up as well. Right, we're going to have one more card, please. I hope this makes sense. I'm picking up something as well, which I'm going to mention, which is just coming into my head, and see if this card comes up that I'm thinking about. Maybe. We shall see. So another card as well, please. How bizarre. That was the card I was just thinking of. So the Page of Wands is about communication and change. You need to communicate more, because actually you'll regret, you know, you're regretting things that's happened in the past. It could be in a past relationship and you're thinking, oh, this could go wrong. I'm really falling for this person. Or this, you know, with your job, this is a great job, but where I've had things have gone wrong in the past, it could go wrong again. But actually, no, because, you know, he's a very exciting person. Like, he is a person, but a Page of Wands. He doesn't really know where he's going, but he's just excited. So it's saying to come from this position to this one and to communicate more, because actually you've achieved a lot and people look up to you as well. And I'm picking up in my mind, and that was the card I actually thought of, and that's the card that come up. So that's great. So thank you, spirits and guides. And then just one more card. There you go. So here we are, the Six of Swords. So the new beginning to your chapter. You know, there's waters. Yeah, there will be a little bit, as you can see, rough waters, but that's life. It's not always smooth. It would be great if it was, but then actually would it be? Because then you wouldn't look back and think, oh, I've achieved this, I've done that, and yeah, you just think everything's so perfect, like in Barbie world or something. Just for Barbie world. But okay, and then we have, so your symbols. Yeah, how lovely. You have the lovebird. So like I was saying, you've met a very good match. Not necessarily met a match, but recently it could be someone you've been with for a while, but it's actually blooming, and these are the lovebirds. So you're a very good match, but it just feels to me like you just need to communicate and ask for the support that you need. I'm just going to pick, oh, well, again, lovebird, we've got 4 there. Okay. I'm just going to, okay, that's better. Right, we have this, so this one here, it's about getting off the same old track in your thinking, in, you know, in life, just basically coming off the track and trying different things, you know, booking a holiday, going out for the day, taking the day off work, spending that time with your family as well, you know, just making that extra little change. And then we have the fly. So the fly, you know, that's all about where you can see the flies and they're just, it's like, they're there, it's annoying. It's kind of saying to me, like with the fly, it's like that annoying kind of, like with the swords, it's just there, like how you talk to yourself. And actually to get rid of the fly, it's kind of like, well, we need to basically talk to ourselves better and communicate with people better, and that will help us to make that next little leap in our lives, because everyone kind of like thinks to themselves, oh, I haven't done this, and you know, so yeah. So anyway, so April I feel is going to be a really, really good month, but it's saying to me you have, you know, brilliant cards here, and it's saying to me that you're having those kind of moments where like you're just overly thinking, but I feel like with your work, and even if you're thinking about making a complete new change and moving somewhere, or and just picking up, you know, to kind of, because we did have as well a magician about a house, so you might, yeah, it's kind of like, I'm just picking up what I'm channeling, but it could be like a new house and moving forward, but just about moving forward and getting rid of all those obstacles. But anyway, I hope this makes sense, and if you'd like a private reading, then please contact me. I will leave my email below the video, and I have my website details there as well, with there's lots of details on my website with everything that I can provide via readings, etc. But yes, I hope you have a lovely day, and yeah, so, and if you'd like to check my channel out and also to like my channel and subscribe, that would be great. Okay, have a great day. Bye.